Hello, and thank you for listening to the Fillet podcast, the best skateboard podcast in the world. Today is Wednesday, January 27th, 2016. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Andrew James Iron with JunkieMonkeys.com. Always join me is my right-hand man, Michael Medina, Grant Fiero, and today's guest is Robert Brink from the Weekend Buzz. And where else would we know you from?
I don't even know.
Skateboarding. You do all types of things, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You're a man of many hats.
Yeah.
If someone's come and ask you, what's your job title?
Right now, my job title is writer and aspiring student.
Okay.
I'm like in the middle of applying for another master's degree right now, so I'm not really working.
That'd be your second one?
Yeah.
What is your first one?
What's that?
What's your first master's degree in?
It's in writing.
And then the second one will be in writing?
It'll be in writing again, but creative writing. The first one was sort of a more broad overview of all different types of writing.
Gotcha. All right. Well, today, dang, that was you kind of went from the topics. Let's ask Brink some questions. Today we're going to talk about 18th annual Transworld Awards, the new Transworld Substance video. What else we got? Thrasher posts a photo of Stove coming in hot. Kelly Hart banging. Joy Brezinski speaks about Puma. Adidas DGK collab. Brandon Biebel is on Venture. Habitat moving out of Tumieto. And that's all I got.
What about Yeezus going to Vans?
Yeah, I got Yeezus going to Vans.
That's not gonna happen.
All right, Andy, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about
maybe
that.
Or maybe
yeah,
not. We'll
I'll write it down. Fuck it. Yeezy on Vans. He's gonna have the last part and propeller too.
Oh Jesus!
Grant, you attended the Transworld Awards, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Tell me all about it, man.
All about it. Got there.
Tell me the first-hand experience of it all.
First-hand experience.
Is this your first Transworld Award?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was my first time. It was sick. I definitely enjoyed it. Got there and hung out. They had these limited edition hats for their. Well, they at least said they made 100, but
Dad hats?
They actually made. No, they're I can. You want me to grab it? It's right there.
Yeah, grab it.
Yeah,
I'll be back in less than 2 seconds.
Any excuse to leave the camera.
in his bed.
Yeah. Look at that headboard.
How loud is your headboard?
So this is the hat. It just has this little dude pushing on it. It's pretty sick.
That actually is sick.
Yeah, it's made by Official, the hat brand.
Uh-huh.
It's like them and Transworld and I still collab. No, it's not a dad hat. More like a flattish brim, but floppy. I always hats like that, not structured. So they gave out those to the first 100 people in. So I got one of those. Magazine, and then just hung out. There's a bar area, so people were getting drinks or whatever, and just talked to a bunch of people. And then the red carpet was right there, so which they have the interviews are live on the Transworld site already.
Were you interviewed?
No, that's for people that don't suck at life.
Uh-huh.
People that don't think skateboarding's whack get a go on that.
People who don't screenshot.
Yeah. No, that's just nominees or pros, people more prominent in the industry.
Right.
But so I was just chilling, walking around or whatever for a while, hung out probably for an hour and a half. Honestly, it took a while to start.
You saw Thebo and you saw the best skater in the world too, right?
Dude, Ishon, that was pretty tight. The funniest thing was Drew Tech Deck, the guy we know from Tech Deck. He was there. Mm-hmm. And he had the Ishod dunks on, and they were talking to Ishod, and then Ishod was all right, then later, and went to give Steve or Tech Deck a fist bump, and Ishod spilled his drink on the Tech Deck's Ishod's the dunks. It was so funny.
Oh man,
just got his drink.
Was he all sad or was he angry? Was he happy?
I don't know how much Ishod remembers that night, but Tech Deck wasn't too bummed.
Okay,
Ishod was having a good time though.
Brink, you didn't attend this year, huh?
No. Sorry, was out of town.
Okay.
I'm sad I missed it though. I don't think I've ever missed it since being in California. But
wow.
This is your first one? Dang, you must have been something.
How was the video? Or am I not?
I enjoyed it. I really liked the skating. One thing that surprised me, Dolan Stearns, it was his ender everyone thought it was his ender, and then like it was an intro with a new song. Like he had a 2-song part. He had a lot of footage. It was really sick. I was hyped on basically all the skating. I know some people are gonna be like very opinionated on the video because it was filmed with a VX. And the filming
People still
style.
care about that?
Yeah, the guy that runs this show hates it, and so does Mike. Hates
what?
VXs.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why do they do that?
And then, and like the filming style, it's like very like the filming style goes good with the camera, but if you don't like VXs, you're not gonna like the filming style, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I honestly like I try to not really like think about that as much. Like just watch the skating and enjoy the skateboarding, which I did. Everyone killed it. I was surprised that Dolan didn't go pro. It was cool that John Nguyen went pro.
That is
how was Tom and Davis's parts?
Oh, they killed it. Everyone killed it. Like I was hyped. There was definitely no one that like let you down, or at least in my opinion. Like everyone was skating like lived up to what I was hoping for.
Who had the last
T-Funk
part?
was sick. Last part was John.
And he turned pro.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, they let him had that last part.
Dolan opened it up. Very like a lot of footage, more than I expected in a good way. Like I really like his skating. Everyone was hyped on every part. There wasn't really like a part where the audience was like quiet. Like everyone seemed like pretty hyped on the whole thing.
To go back to the VX point, they said that they're going to make their next film also in VX, watching the red carpet interviews.
Yeah, because I think it's the same guy, Chris Thiessen, is doing the next one too. So
gotcha.
I guess he's all about the VXs.
So maybe it's like vinyl.
Possibly, yeah, sure. It's like 8 tracks.
Hey, how did Lee do hosting?
Oh, dude, he had some really funny moments.
Nice.
Really funny moments about
Honey.
Yeah,
I heard he went in on Honey.
Yeah, he went a little honey rant. There was actually one dude. The best one was like it was like in between awards or something, and he went over to where like the DJ was, and I can't completely remember it, so it won't sound as funny as it was, but somehow Hollywood High came up, and he's like, "Oh, I think he might have talked about the Chief Keef like Cyril thing. Maybe that's how it came up." And he was like, "Oh, that's the 16. Nah, Keelan's not over there. Keelan's over here at the 12. He doesn't mess with anything bigger than 12 or something like that." It was so funny.
Damn.
I don't know. It was just like a bunch of little things like that. And then like when the Team of the Year stuff came up, he like kept mentioning like Honey's team. Like, oh, honey. But like, I don't know.
honey.
He was killing me. I thought he was really funny.
I love it.
So go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
The awards were sick. Like they did awards before the video.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Like
I want to talk about the awards too. Mm-hmm. So the awards that were won here, I'm reading Rookie of the Year, which I didn't know of rookie. I thought rookie, when I think of rookie, I think of an amateur skateboarder, but
it's like
rookie means when you go pro is your first
your first year pro. Exactly. I was given the Mal Silvis. Reader's Choice female was Leticia Buffani. The male Reader's Choice Award was Ashad Ware. Yeah. Team of the Year was fucking awesome. Video of the Year was the Vans Video Propeller.
Mm-hmm.
Video Part of the Year was also Propeller Part by Anthony Van Engelen. Eric Strichter Memorial Award was given to Sheckler Foundation.
Yeah.
Legend Award was Ed Templeton. Video Checkout of the Year. I'm really bummed to not see Alexis in this award, but it was given to Victor Asivs.
Yeah, that was one of the. They have like some other awards that they don't do at the awards show. Like,
gotcha. Okay.
The checkout one wasn't. Everyone else, all the other awards you listed before were all like presented there and everything.
Also, cover of the year was Lily Barletta and the Enjoy Team, December 2015. Photo of the year was Ryan Sheckler Nose Grind.
Yeah, that was a sick
photo by Peters. I haven't seen that photo.
It's really cool. And
the last award was given Indie Video of the Year is Sure by Johnny Wilson.
That's such a good video. Yeah, so what I don't remember what the first. Oh, I think the Sheckler Foundation thing was first. And then like as you listed, Ave was up there like half the night basically.
That sounds like it.
Yeah, Propeller, FA, and then he won like part of the year or whatever.
Do you think that him winning part of the year was deserving? Because this is outside. because this is outside the whole Saudi talk. This has nothing to do with being skater of the year. This is the single part.
But like what I was saying about Saudi is kind of like the same thing I feel here in the way of like I think there was a lot of people that had amazing parts, so it's like he's one of many that deserved it. Like I don't know, you can choose whoever you want. I'm not. Oh, see, Ave didn't deserve it. No, Ave killed it, and a lot of people killed it.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, I don't think Ave's part was the best part in Propeller.
When you said that, and then you were talking about Gil, right?
Yeah, man, Gilbert's part, Shima's part.
I was at Active like the next day picking up a board, and
one of those Seinfeld
it
boards?
was funny. No, but they actually had one there. It was sick. Anyway, they said the same thing. One of the guys that works there was like, dude, Ave killed it, but like
murdered it.
I teared up to Gilbert. That's what he said. Something like it made me
That's
cry.
what I'm saying, man. Like my shit was Chima's. The first part was the shit for me. Like that was one of my favorite parts. The second I saw that part, it was like stuck with me the rest of the year, you know? I can't say that about Abe's part, for me personally.
Brink, what was your favorite part in the Vans video?
I don't know if I have a favorite, but I was most surprised or like maybe surprised isn't the word because he rips, but I didn't expect Tony Trujillo to have the part that he had.
Fuck yeah.
Sure.
And I thought it was fucking awesome. Like I wasn't prepared for that at all. And I thought it was amazing. And Rowan's part was awesome, and I loved Abe's part. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
Yeah. But I think Tony's the one I walked out of the theater like, holy shit, I didn't expect that at all. Like, I didn't know he was skating that much. You know what I mean?
Sick. My other question is,
rewatch Abe's part the most in that video. Me personally.
You do? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
My main question about the whole category, I suppose, is it just video parts from full lengths, or is a Thrasher full part also included? Because how the fuck did Shane
any video part for that matter, any video part, any internet video part?
Yeah, no, I believe it's not really like classified in the title, but every nominee was from a full length, so I think that's how they judge it.
Okay, so Shane wasn't even up for discussion in this.
No, I know.
See,
Corey
that's kind of bullshit. That's kind of bullshit, dude. Like, what the fuck? What Shane goes was like 3.5 minutes or something,
or longer.
If that's not a full part, then what the fuck is?
I don't think they're saying it's not a full part. That's just not how they're judging it. So
but I mean, the fact that they're judging it like that is kind of strange, because isn't that just being biased against Thrasher?
Or any video in internet.
It's like running. It's like running an ad for a pro who doesn't ride on your team.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
It's just the business side of it, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting point.
But probably one of the sickest things was just when FA went up there to get Team of the Year. I really enjoyed like seeing them all together, just because a lot of them are younger, obviously, and just looked like they were like really good friends. And they all happened to be on the same board company. Like, that's just what it like appeared to be. And then they went up there to win Team of the Year. And Jimmy Britches, who I don't know what his exact title is, basically runs FA.
Yeah, he's like listed as team manager, but he does way more than that, right?
Yeah. I've heard him described as like from people at FA, like he runs the brand basically.
Mm-hmm.
Grant, I'm going to ask you a little bit about Substance now, because I want to get more away from the awards here. So on Substance, I was once a Trans World cheerleader. I loved the fuck out of Trans World videos. Now in the most recent ones, I've been sorely let down. Thank you. So is this video going to make me go back to screaming about hell yeah, Trans World's the shit again?
I mean, the fact that it's VX is like,
yeah, you personally know. The skateboarding was amazing. I enjoyed it.
I feel like once I get past the whole VX thing, I'm like, okay, now I'm focused on the skateboarding. It's always just like the really shitty sun flares and the really shitty like random coloring that they try to do nowadays that kind of confuses me.
Well, I remember right when I walked out the theater, I heard some people say this, and I did agree with them, that like sometimes I feel like the angle wasn't giving the spot enough justice. Or maybe not even this, kind of like the skating. Like, it was weird.
Dude, a video almost never gives the spot justice.
Yeah,
until you got it. Like when I moved to California, I was tripping on things that I would see, like the Oceanside hubba or like
like how gnarly something actually
Oh
is.
my god, that's a gnarly hubba, yeah.
just anything, just a crack before, or no run up. Like there's so spot appreciation is like such an important element to videos that most people don't have.
I agree.
Yeah, so I don't know. I heard some people saying that and I kind of agreed. Like obviously always like no matter how the filming is or what camera, like you don't know what a spot's like until you're there. But it was kind of like almost hard to tell some things, and it wasn't really like just because it's a VX and it's not HD. It was like
I understand.
The way it was filmed in a way or edited. I don't know, but I enjoyed it.
This was their 27th film.
Damn,
yeah, that's crazy.
27th. It lists all the way back to Uno. Uno was their first one. Next was Four Wheel Drive. Greatest Hits in '97. The first cinematographer. God damn it. Interface. The Sixth Sense, Transmission 7, Feedback, The Reason, Modus.
You're gonna read all of them?
Yeah. Should I not? All these.
Well, I don't know.
This is history.
All right.
All the way to 27. They deserve at least an honorable mention.
Oh yeah, no disrespect for Transworld. They've helped me a lot. I wrote for them for years. It's just funny that you're reading 27 videos.
You have to.
All right, start over.
Start over. Hours. No, I don't have to start over. I'll start over from IE 2000, Sight Unseen. Oh my God. Sight Unseen.
Yeah, that's the best one.
That's the real
Feedback was my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, Feedback was incredible. That's like the one that like really got me into like, all right, Transworld's my shit now.
I think it was a turning point for them.
In Bloom was also a huge one.
That's the one that sticks out the most. Yeah, Trainwreck and Evan.
That's my favorite video part of all time is P-Rod in that film. That song goes hard too. Free
How
Your Mind
old
and
is he in that one?
4.
Doing switch fronts. Free Your Mind in 03. Are You All Right? I don't remember that film.
Are You All Right? I remember that one. Kind of.
Who was in that? Aaron Henderson, Clint Peterson, Danny Way, Donnie Barley, Jake Brown. I don't remember any of these people.
That sounds heavy, though.
I don't remember any of these people in any of the video parts. I know the people, but I don't know the video parts.
It's funny that like you went through this list of videos, and I'm like, all right, shit, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, that was tight. I don't remember that shit at all.
It came out the same year as Free Your Mind.
Did they? Was it a tour video? Maybe kind of like Video Radio was, or something.
Maybe.
Tour tapes are so sick, dude.
Hey, did they mention Dreams of Children in there? I always thought that was their first video.
Okay, yeah. See, that's funny. I did look up that's from. They didn't list it to answer your question. This is on the official Transworld website that I'm reading off of. They didn't list it, but I went on another source and they did list it, but it said in quotation. I mean, in brackets, it said unofficial.
Oh, okay. I know it was some of the Transworld dudes that made it, I think.
Yeah. How do you what's the one that Stefan Janowski's in? It's called Subtitles? What is that?
Subtleties.
Subtleties. I always call it subtitles to this day.
Subtleties at the library.
It fucking kills me when he says library. It fucking kills me.
Library.
Like even through my bullshit slang.
Come on, let's get through the list here. First Love, A Time to Shine, Let's Do This, and Now, Right Foot Forward, Hallelujah, Not Another Transworld Video, the second cinematographer project, Perpetual Motion.
The alien part in that video is one of the best parts.
Cinematographer?
Ever. Yeah.
I agree with you 1,000%. 1,000%.
I had to interrupt for that.
Yeah, no problem. And then Outliers. I agree with you. To me, there hasn't been it's been a long time since we've seen who's the guy that did Big Flip Down Carlsbad. Help me out here. He writes for 4-star.
You look like you're jerking off.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to think. What's his name? I know. I'm tapping the chair. What's his name? He wears glasses. He used to write for Hot Clothes.
You mean Tyler Bledsoe?
Tyler?
Yes.
Are you talking about Tyler Bledsoe?
Yeah.
How do you not know Tyler's name off the top of your head?
There's so many fucking names, man. So anyways, like I was saying,
you just named 27 videos.
I can't even make my point. Let me make my point. Just try to say something. There hasn't been enough Tyler Bledsoe footage in a very long time. And the little snippets that you get in that video part, in the alien video, and the alien part in cinematographer, nasty. Fucking nasty.
I was fortunate enough to tour with Tyler a bunch when he was on Etnies, and
Yeah, you took some really good photos of him.
Easily one of my favorite skateboarders. Like, easily.
Hell yeah.
Are you hyped that he's back around?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, me too.
You sort of forget about him because he's not in your face all the time, and he's not like a social media whore, you know? So, but like, he's so good. He's so good.
Yeah.
So
he probably I can't say that because but he had one of my favorite parts in Minefield for sure. It stuck out. It's like hard to pick a favorite from that one now. Now that I've taken back to it, it's like boom, boom. Mine has to be Heat. It has to be Heat for me. Like, it has to.
What about Jake?
Oh, it's amazing. The whole fucking video is amazing.
Jake
Gilbert's part is the shit too. Yeah.
He's so fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
I think I fell in love with him in that video. That's when I was like, damn, Jake Johnson is the shit.
That's when Alien was like introduced as like, holy shit, it's fucking Alien. Like, oh my god.
And then it went away.
They were always like
and then
that.
it died.
They were always like that. They've been like that for decades.
I know, but you know what I mean. As like a video wise, like a full length wise, it was like, holy fuck, these dudes are next level shit.
Even Arto's part.
I was gonna say,
Arto went for it so hard.
Love that part. That's one of my favorite skate. That's like as a little kid, I always wanted to skate like Arto.
So
front boards, man.
Yeah, as I was taking my notes here for all the Transworld shit, I had stumbled upon a Skate Nerd episode that I haven't seen, and it was the one with Tommy Sandoval and Carlos Ribeiro.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Holy shit!
Did you see when they tied R&R, and then the last question was, "Who did Nike SB just announce today?" And then Sandoval said Shane O'Neill, and he thought he had it.
Yeah, because he thought I think he thought they asked Primitive.
Oh,
yeah, I was thinking about Primitive because it was like the same time, but he said Shane O'Neill instead of Nike.
I just had to bring that up. That had to get an honorable mention. That was so funny. I had to write it down my notes. Yeah, that would be me.
Really well. You would do really well. No, I feel like you would do really well on Skate Nerd, man.
When they asked that question, said, "What is the most gangster?" When Smolleck's in there, said, "Who is the most gangster skate company out there?" And then Smolleck said, "Menace." I wouldn't have known that.
That's kind of like an opinion.
That's subjective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you're taking me right back to English class. That's what I like to hear, Brink.
Yeah, good.
Oh well, I don't know. Maybe we should be in a Skate Nerd one day. We'll have to, if not being a Skate Nerd, then ask me questions like that.
Dude, Skate Nerd's good. Good content.
It's so good. I love the whole fucking thing about Skate Nerd. Okay, let's transition here. Thrasher posted a photo of Stove. It says, "quote unquote," coming in hot. Took a screenshot of that too. So let's talk about that.
No one else did that.
I wouldn't expect that to get deleted. And I can remember.
I didn't
screenshot.
No, I really didn't take a screenshot.
No, me neither.
I only screenshot stuff that's gonna get deleted.
It's crazy that this is just possibly a troll company that's not even actually a thing.
Dude. Yeah. I just don't see like
it's like, how serious are we supposed to take this at this point? Because now it's like, all right, now they're we already talked about John Wynn, bro. You missed it. But anyway, fucking like, if it were not this like official thing, why would Thrasher post it? It went from like, oh, okay, maybe it's just like this thing, and then there's like a Snapchat posting about it, and then he draws the logo, and everyone all stoked and shit. And like, is it real, or is it just like whatever?
I don't know. Do you think it's real, Grant?
Do I think Stove is real? Well, the skateboard isn't fake. He's holding real skateboards, so
that's not what I'm asking you, man.
I don't know. Do I think it's real? That question's hard for me.
I think the name hasn't grown on me at all. Like, even after weeks of this shit, I still think Stove is like, I don't want it to exist.
I just don't see why it's not like.
It's just funny. Relax. Like.
No, I can't. I'm too serious about this.
I don't know. Oh, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not losing sleep over it. I'll tell you that. Just every time I see the name Stove, I'm like, the name Stove doesn't roll off the tongue too well.
But neither did Girl or Chocolate back in the day.
Sure it did.
I still think those sound pretty cool.
I think Girl's the fucking dopest name. Chocolate, I'll give you that one.
When it came out, I mean, going all the way back to when it got announced, it was kind of like, oh, that's a weird name, you know. Girl.
Did people say that a lot?
Yeah, totally.
Because I definitely wasn't around at this time.
You guys grew up with it already existing, so it doesn't sound strange, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Stove is funny, though. But that's, like Brad's whole... It's supposed to be funny. Like,
Yeah, totally.
Did you see him cutting the skateboards with a saw?
I missed that.
No.
He posted on Instagram, and he was like, because he has this thing going, like, once he hits 100,000 followers, he's going to give away a bunch of product. Yeah. And some people started hating on him, like, oh, you're just trying to get followers, or, like, something of that sort. I don't know.
Isn't that what everybody's doing all day?
Yeah, basically. Anyway, and he was like, oh, like, you're thinking I'm doing it for that? Like, I don't care. I'll cut these skateboards. I don't need them. And he, like, took a power saw to a Trevor Colden board. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious.
I didn't see that. I'll have to check that out.
Damn, Drew, are you trying to score right now with this chick in the chat?
Not really.
asking where
she asked me. She asked me. I'm trying to stay on the topics on the recording.
She hit me up first. She said she drinks green tea, dude. Get off my girl.
She asked me. You're such a dick, Rob. Fuck you. So next is Kelly Hart banging. Did we see the Kelly Hart banging yet?
Dude, Drew, you're the first person I thought of.
Yeah, I always think of Drew. I think of Kelly Hart. How has this interview not happened?
I don't know.
Do you remember last time we talked about Kelly Hart? You talked about skating over things and manuals.
That's all he did.
Exactly. That's what I was like, dude. This is true.
Yeah. I looked at. I'm like, yep. Do a trick over that. Yep.
It doesn't bother me one bit.
It doesn't. It doesn't
bother me. It's just like something I know.
Not one bit.
I thought I'd at least see a tray flip down the stair set at least. But then again, after Jocelyn did over a picnic table, I don't know what else you could do over that thing, right?
2 tables.
Two picnic tables.
He does have a high ass tray flip.
He has a lot of pop.
You know, I was
most pop.
It brought a lot of nostalgia for me when I saw this banging, because I feel like the Barracks doesn't do, like, at one point he was not a face of it, but he was definitely involved in the Barracks a lot, and now you haven't seen that in a while in the Barracks. So seeing this banging from him was very happy for me. Did you see the banging, Rob?
No. Did I see a clip though from it? Was it like a switch varial kickflip to noseman or something?
Probably. I don't remember that specifically, but they usually post like a clip or two on Insta. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't do my homework.
No. Did you do any homework on Joey Brezinski?
No.
You haven't been following that, Brink? It's actually pretty interesting, man.
Well, I'm assuming. I mean, I know it's a Puma thing. Is everyone mad at Puma?
No, it's like he did it. Yeah, he did an interview with Ripped Laces, in which he kind of just like keeps it all the way real. Like, and as like someone who interviews, it's like I appreciate his answers, from the outside in. And it was like he actually like I don't want to like misquote him, but he basically said like if I were to do it all again, I wish that I had gone with a skater-owned company.
Yeah, he said that basically exactly.
I think that's one of like the coolest things of the interview is just like he tried to like take this corporate company or this like corporate like face brand and sit there and make it into a program when they weren't backing it, So it's kind of like how far was he willing to take it? And then he also goes on to talk about how Paul Hart got a Thrasher cover and what other cover did he get? Transworld cover?
I think so.
Or Skate Mag? And he dropped a part all wearing Pumas, and they declined his contract.
Yeah, like they wouldn't sign him.
They wouldn't pay him.
Him.
So
that
was
like the most interesting part to me.
Yep. And I think he said something else like there was only 10 sample Puma suedes ever made, and he skated 9 of them.
Yeah, the ones that actually say skateboarding were like built differently.
So it's like clearly this Puma program was never backing him from the beginning, and they just kind of were trying to.
Sorry,
go ahead.
The thing that was interesting to me was how he said they only had 10 samples of the ones that were actually built for skateboarding, not like the normal suedes that anyone can buy that are just like a skatable shoe. I thought it was interesting that he got all 10 samples and like no one else that was getting hooked up got a pair. Not that was like, I don't know. I just thought
I agree. I agree. That's like a very strange.
Why don't you see if that works for the guy that hucks and like skates different type of stuff? Like see if everyone likes it instead of just Joey. Like I don't know. I just feel like you would have more riders test it out than just one. But I don't know.
I just feel like that whole brand trying to get put their foot into skateboarding, but not all the way.
It's they just wouldn't commit.
What's the point? Yeah, what's the point? Like the
Joey
fact that you couldn't go to their website, see a team page, and see shoes that they're wearing. That's already a bad move, brand wise, marketing wise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Joey mentioned it too. Like if they had committed, there was definitely an opportunity for success. I feel like. So it's you hurt yourself more by being wishy-washy. If you would have just gone for it, you have a higher percentage of succeeding. If you don't succeed, at least you actually committed to it and probably made something.
Have you ever skated in Pumas, Grant?
No.
What about you?
I've never even seen.
I was reading my notes.
I like that you're forgetting people.
No, I was reading my notes.
I've never even seen anyone in my area or in the city wear them ever.
Rob?
No, I never did, but they were tight back in the day. Like if you watch old skate videos, Love Child and shit like that. I don't know if it's exactly Love Child, but older videos, dudes were rocking Pumas and they were sick.
I've seen one person wearing them.
I think it's important, even with skateboarding companies, because skateboarding companies do lame shit to people too. Believe me, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just important that people come out like Joey and talk about it, because the best thing you can do is not buy some company's shit when they fuck over skateboarders.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they claim they're skater owned or they're some big corporation or whatever, it's happened to everybody. So when pros come out and say this brand did this to me, that's one more you check off the list of not to support. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's important. People just need to talk, and a lot of people are afraid to.
Yeah, I hate that, man.
But
it's tough though. When you get in a position, it's tough.
Well, you don't want to burn any bridges. I understand.
Well, Transworld lets Grant into the awards, and then he comes on here and talks shit. They don't want to let him in next year. You know what I mean?
Right.
That type of thing. You just have to be careful, and
Yeah, and another part that I forgot to bring up from the interview where they talk about after audio just went under or whatever. He said that instead of hitting his friends up for shoes, he wanted to actually buy the Pumas, the ones that you were talking about that they used to skate in the 90s and shit.
Yeah.
And he said that he liked them and he wanted to turn them, and that's where the whole thing started from. He ended up getting a hold of a rep, and then they wanted to make him shoes, and that's where the whole program was supposed to start.
That's the shame of it. There's a real genuine story there that traces back 30 years into skateboarding, or 25 years, I
mean, imagine being Joey and them being hey, we're going to back this entire program. You're going to be the face of it. Of fucking course, man. I'd be of course, that sounds sick. Why wouldn't I want to be a part of that, Especially with the success of Nike, with the success of Adidas, and with New Balance actually being relevant. Because I know a lot of people that I was talking to when New Balance first started coming out, they were like, dude, this shit is going to be done by next year.
Yeah.
The fact that they have a pro team, the fact that they have pro shoes, and the fact that they have more than 5 models says a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of their shit looks so good. Their shoes look really good.
Fuck yeah.
I agree.
They really do. That and looks nasty.
And what's I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm really genuinely not trying to talk shit. But the fact that they've made it that far, I understand that they have a corporate backing, and I understand they have more of a solid foundation behind them. I get that. But the fact that they have all these things that S doesn't, and S is somehow looked at as more of a skate brand, I'm kind of confused about that.
Mm-hmm.
There's something to be said for brands who
are entirely ran on Instagram.
No. There's brands that have been making footwear for a long time, and they make really quality product, and they specialize in footwear as opposed to skateboarding. So, I'm not choosing any sides. I'm just saying there's some damn good shoes out there, not made by skate brands, or quote unquote skate brands, because that's what they've specialized. They've specialized in that forever, since their inception,
Right.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
So of course New Balance or Adidas or Nike or even Vans is going to be able to make an insane shoe because of the way they've been doing it for so long,
Do you mean insane shoe technology wise, or insane
quality,
shoe
quality,
gotcha.
design, anything,
They have more resources.
Yeah, well, and experience too, because like
Yeah.
Rob said, they've they've been through the waves. They've seen the good, bad, and the ugly.
They have the ability to maybe pay for better factories, better materials, better designers, everything.
Absolutely, yeah. Just to finish up on Joey Brezinski topic, he said that at one point discussions got so repetitive and going nowhere. He felt like he was talking to the wall. He said it was like he might as well just talk to the wall in his house. It would have been the same thing. I thought that was interesting. So that was their conversation. So we'll go ahead and move on here. Because Brink mentioned Vans. This wasn't one of my initial topics, but I mean, you guys talked about it in the pre-show. Is Kanye West on Vans? Go ahead, Grant. You know about this, huh?
What? Is this a thing? Is this a thing?
Yes.
Yeah,
Brink,
have you not heard about
it?
it?
A thing.
Why? Because
I'm just asking.
How did this start? Sorry, I'm out of the loop.
No, this is Grant's favorite. This is Grant's favorite thing to talk about right now.
Oh, we're on some Yenta shit right now.
Yeah.
This is about as Yenta as we get here. Anyway, no, like I guess in one of his songs, I don't know, I don't listen to anyway. He had some song that came out recently, and he said like, when I'm not in my Yeezys, I'm in Vans, something of that sort. Sorry if it's not a quote. Anyway, and then like photos appeared of him wearing half cabs like over the weekend.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah, there's like photos of him in like black half cabs. And then somehow, like, someone said that
there's like an insider, a Kanye insider
that like his contract with Adidas ends this year, and he's gonna try and sign with Vans.
That's sick.
I like texted Drew.
I back it. I'm backing it.
I
kind of like it, man.
Vans deserves more attention any day of the week. Fuck it, go for it.
I was not upset about it when I heard it. Yeah, I thought it was funny, and I'm like, what is this guy doing? But I'm backing it, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he can do what he wants. I just think it's funny.
I want to see some red Van Octobers. I'm getting tired of these fake ones in the background.
I bet you. God, I wonder how much he's going to charge for those Yeezy Vans.
Mm-hmm. As long as I got waffle grip, he'll be like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, then people won't get pissed when you skate him. It's like,
who else has used? Who's used Kanye songs in parts besides Paul?
Keelan Dad too.
Oh,
and his
Keelan and Chaz. Is that what you guys said?
Yeah, Chaz definitely did.
Keelan Dad in the DGK video.
Who else? Is that it? I can't think of any.
Paul West. That is about it. I skate the Kanye West all day though. You a fan, Brink? You like Kanye?
I like that song. I like the one song about the assholes and the douchebags. Remember that one?
Yeah, the one with the piano in the background. Ding.
I'm like the average. Yeah, that one. I love that when that came out. I'm like the average dude who has like the last album or whatever. I'm the average white dude right now.
Oh, Brink, don't worry about it. I'm like 30 years younger than you, and I'm still like 2 albums behind.
Remember though, when he first came out, I thought it was funny because he had this video on MTV or whatever when he had his jaw wired shut, and he did a song with his jaw wired shut, and I was like, who the fuck is this? I remember thinking, like, who's this weirdo? Like, that was so long ago. I was in New Jersey, so it was at least 12 or 13 years ago.
Dude, Chicago was so hyped on Kanye when he first came out.
I would like to know, like,
no idea.
Chi-Town.
He seems to have, like, a very creative mind. Like, I'd like to, like, I feel like he'd be interesting to talk to.
Let him design some Vans. I don't give a fuck. I'll wear those things, man.
This is totally irrelevant, but have you guys seen his tweets today?
Yeah,
he went on like a little whiz. Yeah, he went on a little like. Yeah, that's funny.
Okay,
it's crazy. Like he changes shoe sponsor. He's just like the skateboard industry. He changes. He was on Nike.
He's on Adidas. He's gonna.
And he disses his previous sponsor, which is even better. It's even better. That makes me happy.
I kind of like what an asshole he is. Like because I do too. I wonder if in like 10 years he's going to be the dude sitting on like the Ellen show, like apologize, like, oh, I was just young and I've grown up now.
He's going to be that.
I mean, it's the script, right? Like I just think it's rad what an asshole he is, even in his lyrics and stuff.
He's
dope.
He's
dope.
From
here.
Kanye. Next is Brandon Biebel on Venture. It's official.
Grant called this one.
Grant, you got it, bro.
I mean, I don't know.
The concepts come true.
Any credit for that? No, I don't know. That was like I don't know. It was just like I've had more concepts where I've just like came up with them. That was like the second I saw the photo, I knew for a fact. So I don't think I deserve any credit for that.
That's a good move on Venture's part, especially.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Especially with him getting all this like attention for the diamond footwear thing. Good move on their part.
He just like blows up Instagram all the time too.
I can't believe he
he's
was
amazing. I'm not saying he's not.
He was on silver that long, that whole time.
I don't know what the deal was with that.
I don't know if he was riding silvers for that long, but he was on silver. I feel like truck
sponsors.
Bro, those are the worst trucks I've ever had in my entire fucking life.
But like truck sponsors.
Oh
like,
my
I feel like
God.
a lot of pros are like down to not ride their truck sponsor necessarily. Like you see a lot of people riding trucks that they don't actually skate for.
Trucks are like
if you pay attention.
Like,
yeah, just ride whatever.
You ride the best one, regardless of who you ride for. You know.
Yeah. Next topic we have Costin? Is what about Costin?
What's that?
Costin hasn't had a truck sponsor for a while now.
Is he off?
It's because he's Costin. He has like a
I know
fucking
he doesn't
garage
need a
sales
sponsor. I just want to know if it's ever going to happen.
Yeah, who fucking cares? Avenue trucks.
He's bought them suspension ones.
Good on.
Dude, I had a phase where I tried like every truck back in the day. Like I rode for Goaling for a minute, and then I was trying like Grind Kings and Tensors and Royals. And
Grind King was so sick, dude. Grind King was my favorite.
Which truck were you a big fan of?
Me?
Yeah.
I had a semi-long Venture and then Indy phase, but I've been Thunder for very, very, very long time.
You're Thunder right now?
Hell yeah.
I wonder what the deal is with Royal at the moment.
Are they around?
I'm pretty sure they are, but their website was under construction right when Guy quit, like Girl and 4-Star.
Is it up now?
I'm looking it up right now because I wanted to see like if I was assuming he just left all of Krill Tap at that point, but no one like mentions obviously Royal because like leaving his board sponsor is way bigger than that. But you couldn't check because their website was under construction.
Well, it says the new one's on their way, so they're still under construction.
Who skates for Royal?
Corey Kennedy's on.
Vincent.
You can decide what trucks he skates if you watch the videos.
Vincent's the best.
Vincent's really nervous.
Yeah, he's amazing. Seeing Vincent skate in real life is so much better than seeing him skate on video.
On Royal.
Holy shit! That guy's amazing too.
Like doing a laser flip in a Thrasher. I think it was Thrasher.
He's amazing. I think that he might have the best laser flip in the fucking game.
Good one.
It looks so proper. It's not all like floppy and all behind his back and shit. It's like
Deshaun Jordan.
Underneath him.
What about Willow?
Yeah,
you like Willow's laser?
Dude.
With Tori.
No, he's very good.
Yoshi Tannenbaum.
Very good. No, Tori's is the shit. I'm not saying that these dudes don't have awesome ones. I'm just saying.
I'm just doing shout-outs.
Yeah. Nah.
Laser flip shout-outs. I'm not saying anyone's better than the other.
Have you ever landed a laser flip?
No, I briefly learned front big heels, but never a laser flip.
Regular, yeah.
Regular.
I can big heel on hips, but I can't big heel on flat very well.
Next up, we have Habitat moving homes. They're moving away from San Diego out of Tumieto. They're moving from there to facility distribution out of Sacramento.
Facility.
What else is under that?
Official
distribution?
Official hatwear. No, official hatwear.
Just that?
Kaler and Sons and all goods. Yeah, it's all hat stuff. Soft goods. All goods.
Speaking of hat companies, this is like a random thing, but ABC is happening. You saw that post, right?
Yeah, they started posting.
Oh, they're back?
Yeah, it's back.
Yeah, they're back now. They came back with like a line of beanies, man. Getting cold and shit. They're like, fuck it, we're gonna keep everyone's bald head cold.
Yeah, so that's what ABC stands for, is an all bald crew? Is that what that stands for?
That's what people were saying. I don't know if that's actually. I think it's funny though.
Yeah, because when Reynolds was asked what does it stand for, he said, "No, I can't say. It's a secret, just like SHS."
Yeah, I think people just like said that after he said it was a secret, but I think that's hilarious. Whether that's true or not, I don't think it matters in a sense. It's like
I hope it's that. Either way, ABC head coach just sounds cool. Like that one rolls off.
Did you
the
see
tongue,
what I
man.
brought up about
That's a good
Miles?
one.
What about Miles?
I don't. I mean, it's could. I know
He's not
but
going
I'm
to
saying,
Habitat.
like you could at least consider the opportunity.
He's not going to
he
Habitat,
reps
man.
official pretty hard.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going there either. I'm
Who's-
just saying,
so many
at least
people-
think about
yeah.
it.
Who's
You know
on
how many
Habitat?
You know how many
Suchu
people
and
rep
who
for?
else?
Oh, Habitat. Oh, I was talking about
Stephon.
official.
Yeah, Suchu and then
Stephon,
some other
Suchu.
people.
Dude, I love watching Stephon.
Oh, Suchu.
He's had more footage recently, like park stuff.
Did you know Jamie Thomas is on official? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
John Cardiel.
Jamie
Yeah,
Thomas.
John Cardiel.
Dude, I saw Forrest Edwards make a post. Hold on, this made me laugh. This was funny. This is some Yenta shit.
Is it a screenshot? Is that what
Yeah.
that
Was it?
No, this is some Yenta shit though. This cracked me up, man. I like genuinely was like taking a shit reading this and started laughing out loud.
It's about Jamie
find
Thomas.
it. Yeah.
You posted about him? How did
Did he delete it? Oh, did he delete
he
it?
screenshotted it.
Oh,
God damn it.
Oh, I should C break talking all that shit, man. I should have fucking
just say what you saw. You don't need a fucking screenshot.
I just like keeping it verbatim.
Okay, well,
bro.
can you?
Oh no, here we go.
Thank God.
Oh, you faked this out.
Okay. Yeah, I faked you out. Well, it's like a post of like his local shop, like having 50% off or whatever. And I guess he posted it. He posted it yesterday, and it says in the caption it's Monday. And fucking the chief comments and says, "You're living 3-day weekends, Forrest." And I'm just like, yo, I commented. I'm like, yo, Chief kicks him off 0, buys out his pro boards, and still disses him on Instagram.
Wait, what's wrong with a 3-day weekend? What is that?
I don't know. I just think it's funny that because he said yesterday was Tuesday, he said it was Monday.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know. Like what? I don't understand that relationship. How do you get kicked off a team? The dude buys out your boards, and you like.
I
are you still
remember
cool?
seeing when you know how the whole Trevor Colton thing with Mystery, right? I remember him commenting
Yeah,
on
like
a
how
photo.
does this
I remember
happen so much?
Jamie commenting on a photo of Trevor, like, "Oh, this photo's sick," and I've always wondered, like, it's not like I don't know, like I just want to know how the relationship is, but it's not. I mean, it's like that's personal stuff, so it's never going to be out there. But
So
It's like
confused.
anything else. Dude,
Yeah.
are you ever friends with an ex-girlfriend or some girl you hooked up with?
Yeah, that's how I always think about it.
Fuck no, but I don't go posting on her shit like, oh, 3-day weekend, girl.
Well, I mean, people handle it differently, I guess. I don't know if
I think it's just like
is that a diss?
I feel like
Is
that's
that an
like-
insult? I don't even understand.
I don't know. It's like I just feel like it came off very passive aggressive.
Well, it's hard.
It might be like a joke. It might be like an inside joke.
It could be, absolutely. Absolutely. But I just like after reading the Jankum interview with Forrest, it didn't really seem
but
like he was too
if
hyped
Jamie
on
was
Jamie.
so bitter towards him, he probably wouldn't even follow him.
I know. I wouldn't. Yeah.
I mean, he's clearly bitter towards him if he bought his pro boards out.
Not
so he couldn't
necessarily.
even make any money.
Maybe he just didn't.
What do you mean?
But there's a difference between him personally not
Mike.
liking
I love
someone and him not wanting him on the team.
So you really left a comment saying, "Yo, what was your comment?
Yeah,
what was your
somebody would
comment?
respond to it. I was like, some shit like he kicks him off 0, buys his boards, and still finds a way to diss him on Instagram. Or
Yeah,
some
I don't.
shit like
I personally, I'm with Brink. I don't see how. I mean, it might be an inside joke. I don't know if it was a diss.
There's so much that people on the outside don't
know.
Sure.
And everyone
agree.
instantly assumes like controversy, conflict, negativity, and a lot of times it's not even that. Like,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
It sucks because it doesn't suck, but with skaters like Forrest and people that are like not as out there, you know, it's almost like you have to take them off of their interviews and you have to take them off written words instead of how you know them or how
You know
they're
what you got to do
portrayed,
is you just have to talk about it.
You got to
No, I agree.
screenshot it.
I'm saying so, and maybe they don't fucking care, but that's what's going to happen if you don't talk about it. You're going to have people like us, the Yenta podcast, talk about you and say, "Oh, there's controversy." You're going to get comments on Instagram. He never replied, huh? Oh well.
Nah.
Dude, that clip of Forrest when he's cooking and they zoom in on him and it says like, "I just want to make you laugh." Dad like it. I can watch that over and over and over. It's so good.
I haven't seen that.
Oh,
I haven't seen that. No,
It was on like everyone's Instagram one week. It was so good.
it's so old now. I can't find it.
Hey, Brink, did I ever tell you about the time I asked him for an interview?
No.
Oh, that's so funny.
I asked Forrest for an interview, and he didn't respond. He didn't respond with yes or no or maybe or anything. He responded with $3,000.
See? That's the shit. That's amazing.
Yeah, I found that to be like the funniest thing ever.
Oh yeah. Well, that sounds like that's all my notes. You guys have anything to add?
Tyson Bowerbank's ode. What was it called? Ode to. Did anyone see it?
Amazing.
Ode to what?
Yeah, I watched it.
I
Yeah,
haven't
you and I
seen it.
talked about it.
It's his new part on Thrasher. It came out the day the Transwood Awards, Friday. It's really gnarly.
I can't wait for them to post the whole show of the Transworld Awards.
Do they do that?
Don't they?
Like
I
the
don't know.
whole thing.
They don't post the awards. They don't post them giving
like,
the awards.
Maybe they like a very edited version. I don't know.
Highlight
That's
reel?
why
It
you
was
gotta get
long.
Snapchat.
I thought they do
back.
that. I thought I saw last
know.
year's awards like that.
I don't know.
I pretty much was there via Jim's Snapchat
Almost,
story.
yeah. Well, no, because you don't know how long Templeton was up
pretty
there.
much
Not in a
there.
bad way. He said,
Oh,
some very,
yeah.
I really
No, you're
enjoyed
right.
listening to it, but
Well, talk to me. What do you say?
oh, he was just thanking a lot of people, but it was just cool, and they had a cool little video. I'm sure the video will be online if it's not already. Just about him like growing up because he won the Legend Award, obviously, like we said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like a cool little like background thing on Ed and on different stuff he's done, on his current state of like barely being able to skate, basically.
Was the Transworld Awards the award show where Jimmy Carlin went up there naked?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
When was that? A few years back?
Yeah.
He gets naked.
Yeah, I remember that. That wasn't even
He
too
got
many years
naked
ago. That was like
or
not even too
almost
long ago.
naked at Battle at the Barracks.
Ed's sick.
T-Rod.
You know why Ed's sick?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
not a lot of people like Ed in skateboarding anymore, like super artists. And I mean this in a good way, like weirdos. Like he's like
Yeah.
a weird artsy dude in the best way possible. And skateboarding's lost a lot of that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The Gonzes and the Temple.
I feel like he's just overall just accepted as at Templeton in the like the skateboarding world, and that's like the best thing you can be is accepted as yourself, right?
Did he
I
get
think that's
emotional?
He's made his own category of thing, you know what I mean? It's like, it's
Right.
Plus, Toy Machine's never not been awesome. It's
Nope.
always been fucking rad.
Always.
Yeah, when
been.
I think he was talking about it, or I looked it up, just like kind of like the history of Toy Machine, and it was cool to like see the story behind it. And I like doing that with a lot of brands, just because like in the current time of skateboarding, which is like I'm still young and I haven't been around this obviously for too long, and it's like crazy, like with the amount of brands that pop out now, like so fast, you know, like so many board companies coming out. That like it's still like the same thought basically, and like Ed had that same thought that people do now, but like so many years ago, and then like did his own brand with his own art, and to see that it's like still around.
Toy feels like feels like a small brand done by a creative person, and it's funny, and it's like always been that, you know?
Yeah,
It's crazy how it's over as long as it's been around, how it's felt like it's stayed a small brand.
Yeah.
In like the best way possible. Like I mean that in the best way possible. Like it's
I'm sure Ed.
It seemed like it's always.
I'm sure
been,
Ed put a lot of work and maybe fought a lot of battles to keep it that way. It's not easy to do that. To like.
Right.
I don't know.
I wonder if he's still really involved with like Foundation and Pig and all the other stuff too, or if it's just like he's more a Toy Machine these days. Because I remember like when I was real young, he had his hand in all of those.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
Did he? I didn't know that.
I always felt like he was Toy, and he kept Toy up in Huntington, and like did it his way, purposely to like differentiate it from those brands.
Does he still skate for Pig?
I mean, it's definitely like that now. I don't know what happened to Pig. I know that Leo was.
Yeah, I don't
repping
know
it for
how.
a while,
I mean,
and,
people
like,
rep it. I just don't know how many people actually skate their wheels.
I remember like when I was younger. Yeah, like I was gonna say, like when I was younger, that sticker was fucking everywhere. That pig sticker was fucking everywhere.
Really?
I don't see much of it at all.
Like, oh, I swear to God. Now it's like I never see it. I can't tell you the last time I seen somebody.
I only
ride
see
pig wheels
Spits and
either.
Bones, at least in San Diego. That's it.
Same.
Some small wheels,
Same.
like, SML.
Is he still involved? Is he
Yeah,
still
my
involved in
homie loves
America?
Who?
Ed.
Who?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Yeah, they gave him a vegan shoe
Yeah, I
like
thought
last
he was,
year.
but I don't know.
I'm sure he's on. I'm sure he's locked
What?
in for life. Like I'm sure he's always going to be down. You
A
know.
lot of those guys in
What
America.
what is a vegan shoe?
I don't know. Probably doesn't have any leather. I
A
don't
vegan
know.
shoe, no suede or leather like related products, I'm guessing.
All recyclable. Didn't I seen Lakai make a shoe like that? An all recyclable shoe.
It's crazy.
I owned one. It was a Manchester version of it. All recyclables.
Those are great. Those are great, dude.
Well, that sounds like a show. We want to start doing the after show. Let me just end this one here.
Let's
Oh
do it.
no, they want me to start filming the after show. Right?
You should. Why bother?
Who?
Why do it if you're not going to film it?
See, all the industry people say we should do it.
The
I
rap
know
industry.
Jim likes the after show.
Jim said the same thing.
You want to ask Rob Brink some questions? I saw one here about Weekend Buzz. Sebo Walker, Sebo and Cromer on Weekend Buzz.
That would be good.
Yeah, I always say this. I get people requesting guests all the time. Our door's open to everybody. It's always just a matter of scheduling and
Yeah, it
who
seems
can
hard.
come on. And there's nobody that we don't want to come on the show. So, yeah, we'll reach out to Sebo and Cromer for sure.
That would be really good.
sick. Especially because he just went pro. How do we not talk about Sebo going
We already
pro? Is
talked
that
about
That was
last
last week.
week? Yeah, that was last week. All right.
Dude,
I need
I
to get
loved
one
how
of those, man. I need to get.
at the Nike premiere, Sebo showed up, like, with his board. Like, he looked so, like... Right, did you notice that, Rob?
Yeah, of course. He always has the board.
It was just so sick to me how, like... I don't know, just, like, different than everyone else. Like, still has his board,
Yeah.
skating
The
around.
saddest part
like
of me
that.
not being at the Trans World Awards is not getting to sit next to Jim and cuddle.
Didn't he offer you? Didn't he offer you a cuddle too, Grant?
Who, Rob or Jim?
Was it?
Both of them.
Was
You're
it-
right
was
in the
it
middle.
Rob?
Rob's the one who brought up the whole cuddle thing. But...
Yeah, am I mistaken?
Because we shared an armrest. I felt your arm on mine. It was romantic.
Wait, did we?
Yeah, you're sitting to the left of me, man.
No,
How
I
could
know,
you
I
forget?
know.
How
I
dare
do
you
remember.
forget?
I know. How dare you forget the armrest touch? The caressing of the armrest.
Yeah. Once your arms touch, you're like basically in there.
You're in some honey territory.
Yeah, you are. You better wait till I'm 18, Rob.
Are you not? How old are you?
Oh, that's hilarious.
12.
Still haven't had it.
I'm honey age. Nah, I'm 17. I'll be 18 in like 6 months,
Honey.
and then I can vote and do
Honey,
all that
honey,
cool
honey.
stuff.
Yeah. Vote. Cool. We need
Voting
you.
sick, huh? Yeah.
We need you to vote.
I voted in 2008. Man.
I don't believe in
Dude.
voting. I don't think
Politics
I don't think
boring.
I don't think that shit counts.
I don't believe.
Doesn't count.
He said what?
Just the way you said that. No, like the whole politics thing is trippy, dude. But I don't know. People don't like talking about that for like
Yeah.
a good reason.
I don't know. Why are we talking about it on the podcast?
Well,
You
this
have
is the
you have any
after
questions
show.
for
Oh,
Rob?
man.
What's the questions for
Yentas.
Rob? Come on
Yentas.
now. Got no questions?
Everyone's sick of me. I've been here too much.
You only get question. You get questions in like the YouTube and then like the shit
Oh, I do?
afterwards. Yeah.
What are they?
Presidential voting is more legit than Thrasher voting.
That's actually really
Shots
funny.
fired.
Love it.
Dude, you
That's
want to know
fucking
something I read
hilarious.
today?
That's from
Maybe I
my
should
book.
have brought this up on the podcast, but it was a little bit off topic. So that was an early
Dude,
one.
puberty.
I'm not 18. Yeah, I know. That was good.
Dude.
Oh, so I have finals this week, like for school. And so I finished my finals, and I brought a Thrasher and then the skateboard mag. So I was reading those, and then in the Thrasher, which was like a few months old, it's one of Miles Switchback Smithing Stanford Hubba. And it has like that one section where it talks about like sponsor changes or like industry stuff, whatever. And it said Jimmy Britches, the quote was like, I heard Nigel's going to Nike SB, but KB still has him blocked on Instagram. I thought that was so funny.
That's so funny. Brink, I'm going to have to show you my top 5 screenshots that got together, bro.
Oh, yeah, those are
make a listicle for Ride Channel.
Yeah, I was thinking about
What was the one that you had me help you with?
That's not bad.
Last week? What was that? Oh, it's like skate beef?
Oh, I also had one that was,
dude, I think we came up with some good ones.
I feel like that's very
what's the skate beef? What we got here? Where's skate
what
beef?
did we put?
Oh, I had a list. I'm not going to give away my article, man.
It's too late. They're already working on it. I just named it screenshots and skate beefs. We got 2 there.
Yeah, those are my 2 that I had. And I also had another one that was like, what was the other one? Hold on, I have it in my notes here. Oh, my phone died. Yeah, soon.
Why did you leave Soltech, Rob?
It just ran its course, man. I mean, there was plenty of great stuff. There's plenty of frustrating stuff, and like I've talked about some of it, but I don't know. The company was just shrinking and doing poorly, and people were getting really gross to one another in there. Just people being assholes to one another, protect their jobs, to ladder climb, like all kinds of shit, you know. And I don't know. They were cutting budgets. Like it was for like 5 years. Wait, let me think. 2008. They were doing layoffs every year, 3-4 times a year since like 2008.
Oh my gosh!
They were shrinking like crazy, and it's just like everyone in the company is like just panicking. Like you can't even do your job because you're waiting to find out if you're going to get laid off the next quarter.
That sucks.
And everybody got real gross to one another. And don't get me wrong, there's some good people there, and they've done some good shit, you know. But like,
what was your title?
It just got gross. I was there 9 years. It was just time to move on, you know.
Yeah. What did you do there?
Well, I had so many titles. I mean, I started out as like online content manager and worked my way to like communications manager and digital marketing, you know, just everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I did so many things there. It wasn't about what my job was. Like I did whatever I could. And sometimes I was on tours shooting photos for catalogs for S, and other times I was sitting in snowboarding meetings for Etnies, you know, like it was. But, you know, shit gets crazy when companies are doing poorly and shrinking, and everybody gets really cutthroat because it becomes survival of the fittest. And you start to get people you think are your friends or down with skateboarding, like being really shitty to you or being really shady. And it's like upsetting. It sucks.
When you were there, was it like more separated into different factions of like shoe company, or was it more like everyone was all working on Soltech shit all the time?
There was different eras where like, yeah, like sometimes they'd be all focused on keeping the brands separate so that everyone was like thinking individually and not ripping off the other brand's shoe models and stuff. And then other times they would sort of try a different strategy company-wide where they would sort of try to merge things all together better, and people were working on multiple brands, and they flip-flop back and forth multiple times while I was there.
Yeah, that sounds fun, right? You're like, oh, yeah, you want to do it this way, and now you want to do it the opposite way.
I moved offices in the last 3 years or whatever. I moved offices 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 7 times in the last 3 years I was there. Like it was so gross. It was like you could never get settled, like because they were shrinking. They went from 4 buildings to 1. Like it was crazy.
Wait, so were you right next to the Etnies Lake Forest skate park?
The what?
That building? The Etnies Park in Lake Forest, is that the building that you worked at?
Yeah, yeah.
The one right next to it?
Mm-hmm.
So are you surprised that any or all of those brands are still around?
No. I mean, I think there's going to be probably some changes soon. You might see some changes soon, but And that's not because I don't know anything. That's just me looking at what's going on.
Right,
I haven't been there. I haven't been there in like 3.5, 4 years or whatever. But
yeah, it's been a while.
It seems like I don't know how they're sustaining some of what's going on there, but
it seems like Eddie's is making a resurgence, man.
I don't know. Maybe
do you see a lot of people wearing them?
Sure as hell it looks like it. I see it. Yeah, I've been seeing a fair amount of people wearing them, and like their team is so heavy, and the fact that they're like are young and they're like keeping this branding like to this young team. I think that's a good move, man.
Jocelyn helps too.
But they did that in 2008 when they added Mikey, Malta, Tyler,
and they also dicked around with all of them,
and then they lost them.
Yeah, exactly. But like. Is that because they didn't receive residuals, or because they didn't get a pro model, or like I don't, you know what I mean? What's the reasoning why those dudes left? Because
all three of them had shoes.
Think about it this way. This has nothing to do with like Soltec specifically.
Sure.
When your employees or your team riders or your girlfriend is happy, like people don't leave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
When you're well compensated and you're proud of the brand you work for, and you share the same vision and whatever, then you stay put, you know?
But don't you think in a way Shane looked pretty happy at Skate Mental, no?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like there's probably more opportunity for him.
Okay,
yeah, it just seemed like there was more.
Just like
a
little bit better, but he was still happy. Yeah.
The fact that he got partial owner.
Yeah.
So did you leave Soltec or were you laid off?
No, I left. I quit.
Was there a final straw to it? You don't have to talk specifics.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Like I said, it just gets ugly. Like eventually you end up having blowouts with people, and eventually, one of those blowouts becomes the final one,
Yeah.
But I should have left years before I did. I wasn't happy. I was just staying put because I was getting paid well, and
right.
So did you have a plan to quit?
I'm sure my performance and my attitude reflected that. Like I will sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and say like I wasn't problematic at times too, But
yeah.
It was an atmosphere that wasn't conducive to thriving, given all the shrinkage of the company and everything.
I feel like when you have a job in that field and like you're doing what you're like trained to do and what you're trained to be good at, and you're still not enjoying your like dream job, so to speak, it's kind of like, fuck, dude. Well, what's the point of sticking around then?
I know it's tough, man, because I moved to California and my dream was to work for Transworld or Soltec. That was in 2004. You know what I'm saying?
And you did both.
Yeah. And so getting behind the scenes at Soltec and seeing some stuff that wasn't always rad was like really disappointing,
Right.
But it's going to be that way again, like not just Soltec. It's going to be that way anywhere you go. You're going to see shitty things that bum you out.
Yeah. It's not all stars and sparkles.
Yeah.
How did you first get, like, what was your first job in skateboarding, or like how did that arise, like working in skateboarding?
I worked at a skate shop for many years in New Jersey, and then I started freelance writing from New Jersey for the mags.
Is that skate shop still around?
I think they are. They changed owners a couple times. It was called Out of Bounds, and like Mike and Quim Cardona rode for them. They were part of the team and back then, and it was cool. It was my first sponsor, my first skate shop job.
Nice.
I think they're still around, but they've been bought a couple times over by different people.
When did you stop being a sponsored skateboarder?
Oh, geez. I would barely call myself sponsored even, but...
you were on Goldwing? Goldwing?
Yeah, Flow Wing.
Oh.
Flowing.
I don't know. I think it was probably around like 98 or 99 or 2000. I was Flow for this board company called Infamous, and I think they went out of business. And I was well into grad school at the time and wanted to make a career and stop trying to live some dream that I wasn't going to accomplish as a skateboarder, So I just shifted gears. Yeah. I was realistic and practical and switched gears to the writing thing.
Is that your Grant? Yeah, go ahead.
Grant, have you ever seen Brink's Thunderhead? Have you ever seen Brink's Thunderhead? Can you not hear me all of a sudden?
I know you look confused. Like you're like Brink has a Thunderhead. Like
no.
Yeah, Brink has a Thunderhead. He does what a half cab crook break.
Yeah, half cup crook, tray flip. That's it. Like it's
Did
a
you say Thunder
Barcelona
ad?
video clip.
Wait, Mike.
He
Have you
asked
seen-
if you seen Brink's Thunder ad. It's that simple.
Okay, sorry, I completely misheard you.
Yeah,
that's why I
yeah,
looked
you
so
look really
confused.
Did you think
I
I was
was
talking about his
totally
thunder
lost.
ass again?
I have a tiny
No, but almost. Yeah. I don't know if I've seen it, but I've heard us talk about the half cup crook before.
You know what I really liked about
that's
that Ride Channel article, Brink, that 4 years one? Where it
What?
said that you have to sit on the lowest chair because you're so freakishly tall or some shit.
Yeah, like
He's super tall. He's super tall.
Wait, how
I'm
tall
6'5".
Jesus Christ,
are you?
dude.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty
You're
sure
a fucking woolly mammoth.
Wait,
Sometimes
Mike,
it's funny though, because someone will be next to me, like no offense, but like someone like David Reyes will be sitting next to me, or someone who's smaller, Windsor James, and it's insane. I'll be like, dude, you move over towards Erica, like so we're not like this.
Dude, David.
Yeah, he reps this Naperville shop or Bartlett shop or like Illinois shop all the time. No, Ryan Reyes.
David
I'm sorry.
Reyes?
I was thinking wrong Reyes. I'm sorry.
Okay. I was gonna say David reps
I'm
that
sorry.
Colorado thing.
No, I didn't know that about Ryan Reyes though. He reps like an Illinois shop. Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
Is that your main employer right now? Is Ride Channel Brink?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm my own employer.
Are your checks signed by Tony Hawk?
Shit, I don't know. I'd have to look. I can look. I have to pull one out.
That'd be interesting.
I
That'd be fun.
don't think they are. I got a Christmas card signed by Tony Hawk though, which was cool.
That's amazing.
Save that one.
I want to meet Tony Hawk.
You talk to him? Man. You talk to him often? Tony?
No, he's there. He's there a lot when I go to record the show because he does his radio show the same day we do ours.
I didn't know he has a radio show. What's it called?
On Sirius. It's called Demolition Radio, I think. Maybe.
That's dope.
Oh, that's why I don't have Sirius.
Me neither. I knew he had a show. I didn't know. Like, I wondered why I hadn't heard it.
I see him there. We say what's up. He's super cool. We're not like best bros or anything. Sometimes we end up in conversations.
Who are you best bros within the industry?
You already asked him that.
I'm really curious. No, have I?
Who are people that like come to my mind as my closest friends? Tim O'Connor, Danny Garcia, Josh Friedberg is my boy. He's the dude that founded 411. Jim Thiebaud. I'm constantly, I'm tight with Heath Brinkley, tight with tons of people. I don't know.
I'll tell you right now, Tim O'Connor was one of the funniest people I've ever met in my entire life.
Tim O'Connor has a podcast? What's it called?
Yeah, Tim O'Connor.
He did the Adidas Skate Copa, like emceeing.
Mm.
Dude, it was fucking hilarious, man. Like, I couldn't stop laughing. He had me dying.
Isn't he involved with BAM's? Does BAM still have that show going on? I know they had a pilot up for it or a pitch for it. I forgot what that was on TBS.
I know Thrasher made a classics of his toy machine part.
Oh my! I saw that. That was so sick.
I saw that.
That was cool. I haven't seen that in forever.
Switchback tails. I've never seen that video part ever. Never.
Oh, really?
Jumping off the building.
Oh, yeah, sick.
Backside tail sides were nasty.
Switch.
You know what
that was Switch.
I'll talk. I'll talk. Oh, I was gonna say I'll talk shit on myself right now. It's like one of my biggest problems is that I never. There's all these awesome people I'm friends with, and a lot of times I don't go anywhere or leave Laguna to hang out with them. I was thinking of the list of people you're like, who are you tight with? And it's like 5 people who live nowhere near me. Like I don't go hang out in LA or whatever.
Oh, I asked in the industry. I mean, I'm sure you're tight with people in Laguna.
No, I'm saying like I have there's all these awesome people that I probably would be a lot tighter with if I, made the effort to. Yeah, totally. Sometimes I'll drive to see I've driven to LA to see Austin play a show with his band or whatever.
Oh,
yeah, I go to stuff sometimes, but I'm so bad at just getting in the car and going to something unless it's an actual skateboarding event. Not very social like that.
What about San Francisco?
I make it up there once every year or 2. Yeah, I love it.
Like
it's amazing. My first
Have you been to that park up there?
No,
the
my
Soma
first
one?
skate trips that I ever like paid for and took were to San Francisco. It's saving up your money all year long, and then we'd fly to. Me and my crew would fly there in like
Yeah.
96, 97. That was when like the
Sick.
stereo videos were kicking, and like anti-hero fucktards, and like I'd go skate Union Square in Fort Miley. I'd be so stoked. That was such
Dude,
a
there's
cool,
so many spots
such
in
a
Union
cool
Square,
era.
but it looks so security'd out.
Skating the Bay blocks all day, and like it was just so sick back then.
Did you get any news on the letter that you wrote to the university?
No, my application's due Monday. I'm polishing up 30 pages of fiction right now, or creative writing, I should say.
That is a lot.
So
As a sample.
that's kind of why I've been MIA for a while and not even trying to get a job. I've been spending the last 2 or 3 months writing, just trying to handle this. Take some time off from working, the skate industry grind that I was just explaining to you.
Yeah.
And reboot a little bit.
What's the process? Do you have to be in a Zen mode? I mean, you obviously got the tea. Do you have candles lit? Or you go down by the beach and sunsets? Like, do you feel
my writing process?
Yeah.
I think my working process is always the same, whether I'm writing or working on some sort of social media strategy for Primitive or whatever I've done over the years. Like, I make a cup of tea and go to the cafe and near the beach and sit outside and just do it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of trouble being in an office or being indoors. Like I'm not my most productive when I'm in those situations. Sometimes it's like 4 a.m. I'm like up working, and that's when I'm doing it best.
Has Howard Stern, and I'm only asking because you're a big fan, has he written a book?
Yeah, 2.
Have you took of any of his writing process? Has he talked about any of his podcasts?
He doesn't do podcasts.
Oh, I'm sorry, anything on his radio show.
Yeah, I mean, he's like my biggest inspiration or influence. I listen to him every day for the last 20 years,
Is there anything that you've taken from him as far as writing specifically?
Not advice, but like the way he interviews and his approach to creating content is something that I've definitely emulated. I'm not embarrassed. Like I've learned more from listening to him interview than anything. Other than doing it myself, he's what I've learned the most from.
How long have you been listening to him for?
Probably like 92, 91, 92, something like that. It was around the time I started working at the Bagel Bakery because my boss used to always listen to it when I was there.
Oh, and that's how you picked it up?
That's cool.
Is Howard Stern, he looks like a rock star. Is that all he's done is he's had a radio show?
What? What do you mean? I don't even know what you're asking.
No, I'm asking, was he in a band?
No.
Oh, no, he looks like a rock star. Wait, don't laugh at me.
He's just done a radio. I'm not laughing. This guy.
I'm talking to Grant. That
guy, no.
Drew, I can laugh at you all at once.
You and your Barnacle Boy laugh. Team trash for life.
Oh, man. Hey, that's what's up right there.
Have you ever had the chance to meet him, Howard Stern?
No, he's like, people ask me all the time, like, who'd be your dream interview? That would be it.
What would you ask? What would you ask him?
Howard?
I saw him once in a concert. Like he was not too far from me at a concert in a VIP section. A Fatboy Slim concert, actually.
Wow.
No way.
When I was still back east, he was there.
Grant, do you know what that is? I'm being genuine. Do you know what that is? Oh,
no,
okay.
I know. I'm not.
Dude, Fatboy Slim was like mad popping at one point, dude. Like,
yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Did his video.
Yeah, and the Christopher Walken video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That fucking video rules.
So were you back in the VIP also?
No.
Oh.
He was just by the VIP.
Yeah, I'm curious. What would you ask him? What would be the first question you would ask him?
Dude, I don't even know, man. I really don't know. I think a lot of it would be about process, like his process of prepping for interviews and his process of doing the interviews. I always wish I could see his notes when he's done. Like if he like scribbles things out or takes notes down while he's interviewing. I would, some people want a set list like after a band plays from the stage, like the paper set list.
Yeah.
I would love to have Howard Stern's notes after an interview with somebody like somebody big, like Lady Gaga or James Taylor or something that he does.
Those are some of your favorite interviews that he's done?
Just like he's interviewed so many bangers, especially in the last 5 years. I'm just throwing out names that come to mind.
Right.
Everyone here.
Are you really into using pen and paper?
Yeah, I am. I don't write, like I'm not writing my fiction for grad school on paper and then typing it, but I always have a pen and a notepad with me.
I just feel like it's easier to
like
write down your ideas than type it into my phone or type it into my computer. It's just way easier. And I feel like I also like the whole, like when I'm doing, because I'm a journalism major, so like I understand this whole like crazy. Yeah. So like last semester I turned in a fucking 65-page paper that took me a fucking month to do. And I'll tell you right now, had I not drawn out like a detailed ass outline of what I needed to do and my thoughts that I needed to get across, I would have never fucking finished it. You know? Yeah. And the bullshit is I got a fucking 89 on that. What a piece of shit. Fucking piece of shit ass bitch.
What's wrong with an 89? That's a B+.
I worked my ass off on him. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, she wants you to.
No, I was a dude, and he had mad beef with me because of the way I spoke. He couldn't handle the fact that I spoke with Ebonics but typed in proper English. He just hated it.
You know, I took a linguistics class in college once. This is in the 90s. We had a chapter on Ebonics where we had to spell words like wrong in Ebonics. So they would say, what? Take the word bathroom and spell it in Ebonics, and it would be like BAFFROOM.
That is so fucking racist.
It was an I swear to God, it was part of our class.
Oh my Lord, that is the most racist shit ever, dude.
I had to spell the word ask like AX. I swear to God.
Dude, that is so bad. That is so bad.
That's interesting.
And it was weird because it was like heated at the time. It was like a debate. It was like, should we even be studying this as like a legitimate thing? Well, because people were arguing that it was ruining the language.
It is. Look at the way people type on the internet nowadays. Like they've never used
like
a period
the new version of it.
Before. Yeah. Makes me fucking crazy. Like you can't finish your thought with a period. You know you learned those in first grade.
People use V as very. Like that's insane.
Oh yeah, that one trips me out. I'm like, one letter can mean
I'm V happy right now. V happy RN.
Jesus. Hey. Yo, did you guys see P-Rod 30 minutes ago posted like an Insta video of Diego?
The nollie flip shifty thingy?
Yeah, holy shit, man.
No, I didn't see that.
I saw that while I was waiting for Grant to get into his bed.
How old is he?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Diego?
18?
He looks really young. Like in his face, he looks really young.
He's older than 18.
I don't know, man.
I feel like, probably not too much older.
I think that whole intro to I know it's rumored, but I think that like the whole intro part to Primitive is going to be fucked up.
What's rumored?
Oh, if he films a part for that?
I read some shit that like he actually is working on a welcome part for Primitive.
Oh. Well, he's been going on like signings and demos and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's what makes me like lead to believe that's like even more true, you know.
Dude, Leticia was that?
Yeah, I meant to talk about that. The show.
The show's still going.
I heard she's on Stove. Isn't she on Stove?
No.
I don't know, man. No. She's showing up at Plan B demos.
No.
Why'd you get sad at that, Drew?
No, I'm sad whenever I hear the word stove. I always think about the kitchen stove over here.
Dude, you've been using a stove your whole life. Stoves have provided a lot for you.
I use the microwave, Brink.
The microwave
has done a lot for me.
Dude,
I never use my microwave. Man.
Nah. I don't own one.
Really?
What?
Good for you.
Yeah.
No, that's not a bad thing. On it. I wanted to talk about the Adidas pre-book, man. Fuck.
We're still... Talk about it now.
Oh, yeah, the Miles sample.
Well, my shop got the Adidas pre-books in the other day. So, like, I wanted to talk about how, like, Knock has a pro model. Miles has a pro model.
Damn.
Wait, but Miles is, like, a colorway.
No, Miles is a pro model. It says Miles. No, he has I'm telling you right now, the name of the shoe is Silvis.
Yeah, no, I'm not. But does that mean there's a colorway one, too? Because I saw one that said, like, Adidas Premier Audi Ease, and then it just
I
said
have no
his
idea. I
name.
know that there's like an actual Silvis, like it's the name of the shoe is Silvis. And then Knock has
That's
one,
sick.
and then Rodrigo got a superstar.
Hmm.
Wait, is Nikel's?
Yeah, it's like
rubber toe on it?
kind of a rubber toe. It's like I wish I had a photo of it. But no, yeah,
I
it
just
kind
feel
of
like
does
you
and it
would.
kind of doesn't.
Rob, are you laughing?
I
at my
just
question?
rubber toe is just funny. It's like the word rubber toe, the word podcast.
Okay,
like
yeah.
there's so many funny words.
That's funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your guys.
I think the word the rubber toe thing is
No, it was basically
Well,
over. I think.
That video is going to be
yeah. I was
sick.
just banter
So we
at
talk
that
about-
point.
Oh, way days. I'm trying to go to that.
Oh,
premiere,
that's
dude.
gonna be the video of the year.
So
That's I'll be in
Leticia,
the
she's
Chicago
doing
one
Plan
for
B
sure.
sightings?
No doubt in my mind.
She did the Sheldon one.
Yeah, she's going all out there.
Why
She's
haven't they
going all
posted
out there.
about that?
They're
Why is
gonna.
it just her repping it?
I don't know. I'm also confused about the whole primitive thing. How like these videos or these photos from Agenda like surfaced of these pro boards or whatever, but yet there's been no talk about
Dude,
them at all.
I like when pro boards are like.
So
really
let's talk about. There's two websites I wanted to mention that I forgot. Well, one just showed up right now. So I was on Plan B's website. I'm on the team page, seeing if Leticia's mentioned on there. She's not, but they added Eric Bragg.
He has a board. They gave him a board.
Yeah, he's on the team now with his.
Yeah, they gave him a board.
Go on the website. I'll post it in the chat here.
Legendary.
That's amazing.
Yo, did you see the Skate Mental pizza slice grip tape? I tagged you.
Yeah, how he was tossing
Dude,
them out like
so funny.
that's hilarious. So they like fit together in a square or in a rectangle.
I guess, yeah. I guess you could do it like that. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
with
that's
it,
what
I
I'm
guess.
getting. Well, no, I think that the way they're
You
going to
could
be
put 'em all
packaged is like
together
there's
for-
enough for a full
okay, yeah.
sheet of grip tape. Yeah,
Pretty sick.
This is the second website that
seems
I
to
want
be
to
like
talk
the way
about.
they're
Here.
gonna do
Whoa,
it.
they're trying to get me to sign up and get news and 50% off. No, thank you, Adidas. I don't want that. So the second website I want to talk about is adidas.com/US/skate team. Here's the link for that. Check this out. When you hover over the skaters' faces, there's 3 of them that their mouths move. When you hover over their face. What? All
Hey.
right, see you later.
Yeah, I'm gonna go skate.
Later.
So
Damn,
now-
he
Love you guys.
just broke out fast. Like he had to take a shit or something.
I don't think he's gonna go
I
skate. I think
know.
a girl showed up at the door. He's like, "Oh shit,
Yeah.
gotta go handle." All right, Derek, you're gonna join the show with us. We're almost done
Where's
here.
Lucas?
I know Lucas. Where you at?
Oh,
Grant, you're a fan of Lucas, right? Lucas, you still here?
I just was a little bummed because I was trying to
What's
figure
up,
out my
Derek
whole thing, and
Washington?
I
Hey,
couldn't
Derek.
figure
What
it
up,
out 'cause
dude?
he was in there.
Hi, Grant.
Is that what? No hi for me?
Oh, hi, Drew. Hi, Drew.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Thanks. So,
I
check-
talked to Grant on
dude.
Instagram like 3
Check-
years ago. I don't know.
hell yeah.
what's your Instagram?
Nike.D603. We talked about
Oh
Trevor
yeah,
Corden
dude.
with no
yeah,
insoles.
I remember that now.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
How does
because
he
you had
do
the
that?
same.
He wears a shoe like hold
Yeah, it's so
on.
early.
Like when he,
I've seen it where it's like worn out to the like
like-
waffle part.
I
if he
haven't seen
doesn't
it.
if he doesn't leave them hanging off, he ties them like this, but he still skates with no insoles. I don't know why. I think he wears a smaller shoe because we wear the same size shoe, and he's like 20 something.
What size shoe are you?
7.5.
Yeah, no, I do remember Trevor's.
How do you remember that?
Honestly.
He talked about it.
Like
'Cause I was-
like
been
you
around him
visually
multiple
sized
times.
them up with your eyes, and you said, "Yeah, that's a."
Oh
7.
no, like in his
No, like
And his
I
Nike
don't know.
Day
I
in
just
the
remember
life.
it was like his
Did you
shoes
take
were
them
small.
off and did you? Oh, okay.
I was like 7.5.
Wait, he says.
No,
it in
no,
his
his is a
dating life?
7. No, his is a 7. His is a 7. Yeah.
Wait,
It's like
which day in
the
life is
when they Nike.
where he goes to
Yeah,
Lincoln
when
Park?
like the skate free day in the life. It was that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
because he
he had,
holds
like,
up a shoebox. Doesn't
20 pairs of shoes in the back. It's crazy.
he?
You guys want to check out that creepy shit I was talking about, the Adidas website?
Oh,
Yeah. You go
Yeah,
on the
can you
skate team
continue with it?
page, and I posted the link in the chat. those who are listening to us and you're not at a computer via iTunes, you go to adidas.com/US/skate team. And then if you hover everyone's faces, they all zoom in like normal, right? But if you hover over 3 individuals, one is Dennis Buznitz, Silas Baxter-Neal, and Lucas, their mouths move slightly. Look at it. You see it? They slightly
I can't
move.
see it,
like,
but it sounds funny.
Dennis looks like he's eating a carrot or something.
Dude, you know what clip's crazy?
This is so
Dennis?
trippy.
From Through and Through when he does that back lip at
Over the pipe.
Student Army.
Dude, that was
That's insane.
that took him like so many tries. Looks so hard.
I love the like the Through and Through, like the 10-day trip, like the raw edit.
Mm-mm.
You know, have you guys seen that?
Yep.
It's my favorite. I've watched it like every day the past week. It's so good. I need to see if they like how I could get one of those real soccer
Biebel's on
jerseys that what's his face is wearing.
Tensor.
Those soccer
Venture.
jerseys.
I mean, eventually,
Jesus.
Did you actually say Tensor? Gosh, I got like a smudge on my.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help that you're touching it. You're only putting more oils on it. It's getting worse.
No,
It's getting-
Use your shirt.
I know he's getting worse.
Greasy ass fingers.
He's over here smudging it all.
Oh, Drew. Speaking of shirts, since everybody skates, I met
yeah, what'd he
Alfonso
talk
at
to you about?
Transworld. I just said thanks, like, for hooking us all up and talked about. He was like stoked on the podcast, like he'd been listening to it for a while, and then that he's probably gonna hook us up with more.
I love
Everybody Skates does it.
Yeah, have you worn any of his stuff? Have you seen it? Oh yeah, you had him as a guest. Do you have any of it?
Dude, this
Yeah.
polo.
He
like
gave me a shirt.
polos.
Yeah. But that's all I have is like a t-shirt.
Dude, I told him I was stoked on.
Derek,
the
have you ever
polo.
heard of
This is
Everybody
nice.
Skates?
yeah.
Wait,
I think a lot of people actually.
The embroidered hats are cool.
Yeah.
I like them.
The hats are sick.
Yeah. You know what I want him to make? I should have told him this in person. I want to get a long sleeve polo. I think those are sick.
they make those?
Everybody Skates doesn't at this
I didn't
point,
even
but
know
I've
that
seen
that's a
other
thing.
people have them.
I've only seen short sleeve polo.
Yeah, they look sick. Yeah, just imagine how sick.
I
that
remember
would be.
when I
Long
was
sleeve
growing
polo.
up, windbreakers weren't that
Nice.
tight. Now everyone wears them.
No, they had a
Dude, I
phase
know everyone has windbreakers.
before you. There was a huge phase. Like Mike Carroll would always rock them in his old video parts and stuff.
Like Plan B?
I love them. They're the
FTC
best.
stands out as the part that I know he's wearing them in. Like everything goes in cycles, dude. There's nothing new now.
Not even the rubber toe cap?
Yeah, that's true.
And Grant, like polo, actually, like Ralph Lauren makes long sleeve polos, like tons of them.
Yeah, I figured
They're the
did, but I'd
OGs.
rather, like,
Dude, did you hear about Huff
I mean-
suing everybody? Because
I
of the
can't. I
rubber
don't got
toe
that
cap?
type of money.
Huff suing
Huff's
everybody.
doing what?
Yeah, they're trying to sue everybody that has the rubber toe cap because they said they stole it from them. I know that they
From
said
who?
they said
Mm. I mean, I've seen
Like-
that.
I think
ad,
that's
but
a
I don't
joke.
think- I don't think they're actually trying
they
to
might.
sue.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
If
just.
they did, they would make a lot of money for what they're suing.
You can't really like. I don't see how you could possibly trademark.
Dude,
it.
Chuck Taylor's been doing it. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. That doesn't make any sense. And the Jack Purcell, that's older than the Chuck Taylor.
The what?
Yeah.
No one
What
knows
is
about
that?
that shoe.
yeah, I
Rob,
have
you know
Jack
those shoes?
Purcell fucking boat shoes that I wear.
See, I knew Rob would know. The Jack Purcell. Do you want to
That's
see
kind
him
of
firsthand?
the Jack
Drew? I can
Purcells
get him
are
out
kind
of
of what all the newer toe cap stuff is like emulating more so than
Look like.
Chuck Taylor.
Yeah, because it has like
Yeah.
the second toe. Yeah, because it has like the upper level toe. I know. I was really hoping Cons would make like a skatable version. I know they did a while ago actually.
Derek,
but hardly
where in the world are you at
It
right
didn't
now?
last.
Where
I live in Southfield. I live in Michigan.
you live in Michigan?
Sick.
Who's your favorite skateboarder? Yeah.
Andrew Reynolds.
Andrew Reynolds? That's a good
That's a
choice.
good choice.
What about you? What about you?
My favorite skateboarder
Nice.
is Paul Rodriguez. He's my all-time favorite. He's dope on and off of a skateboard. But
That's why Drew wears primitive
Dude.
hats every week.
Primitive's the best, man. The
Yeah,
best.
sick. I have the Shane Pro model primitive board.
Oh yeah. The one that's which graphic?
Which
the one where
graphic?
he has-
The cell phone one where he gets accepted.
he got-
Nice.
When they try to from Skate Mental.
Have you seen the Skate Mental one where like Trevor Colin's denying Jason Hernandez? I thought that was
No, I haven't seen that.
You see, they're trying to make a collab with Trevor Colton's Candy Board and Carson's Pro Model.
Yeah, I brought that up on the podcast. They
Yeah.
kind of cut him with the saw.
That's gonna be.
That's really funny.
I did see that. That sounds like it's gonna be a podcast for me, guys.
Yeah, I gotta eat lunch.
Yeah.
I gotta.
Nice meeting you, Derek.
Thanks.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
For Michael Medina, Grant Fierro, Robert Brink, and Derek, this has been Skate Fillet. We'll catch you guys next week.
And Lucas.
And Lucas.
Dude, you can't forget Lucas.